Acupuncture and infertility. How can acupuncture help you to get pregnant? In this video today, we are going to talk about acupuncture and infertility. You are thinking about beginning acupuncture for the treatment of your fertility issues. This video is for you if you've been asking yourself, what is acupuncture? How can it help you to get pregnant? Does acupuncture treat infertility? Gerard Massa, the health educator, is the name of the channel. I welcome you for our lesson today. We are talking about acupuncture. This video is for education purposes only, and we are going to begin by saying that acupuncture has been used for thousands of years in treatment of various conditions. Acupuncture is a form of alternative treatment whereby very thin needles are injected or they are placed on specific parts of your body, and then these thin needles specifically help in relieving stress, and then also it has been used widely in the treatment of pain. So acupuncture number one use is in pain management, but today we are talking about acupuncture in the treatment of infertility. Can acupuncture help you to get pregnant? Mu video eno leero tugenda kwogera ku omulamwa gwe bayita acupuncture, era one of our viewers batubuuza kino ekibuuzo ne batugamba twogere ku acupuncture esobola etya okuyamba okubanga ofuna olubuto amangu, era tuligamba nti acupuncture yenzijanjaba eyedda era n'essaawa zino bagikozesa mu kujjanjaba infertility. Acupuncture bafuna obuyiso ne baba nga babufumita ku mubiri gwo, naye ng'ate obuyiso obwo omusawo alina kubanga ali qualified okukola omulimu ogwo, baba bamuyita acupuncturist, yaba akola omulimu ogwo. Enzijanjaba eno ekolebwa nnyo mu nsi nga China, naye ate ne mu nsi endala zonna zonna, era abasawo bano abakozesa acupuncture mwebali bangi nnyo. Acupuncture has been used widely, mostly in countries like China, but now it is available worldwide. You can get acupuncturists or doctors qualified to do acupuncture in many countries worldwide, and I believe you could be knowing an acupuncturist near you. My caution is that you should go to only licensed qualified acupuncturists, because not everyone can do acupuncture for infertility. What happens in acupuncture is that these medications, when they have been, or these thin needles, when they are placed on your body, on specific parts of your body known as meridians, then specifically they are going to bring about three major key things. So if you are asking yourself, how does acupuncture manage infertility, or how does acupuncture treat infertility? Acupuncture helps in the treatment of infertility by specifically improving blood flow to your uterus or to your womb, and then also it is thought to relieve, or it improves egg quality, it improves sperm quality, that is in men, and then of course it helps get rid of defective sperms, and then lastly it also helps to balance your endocrine system, or it helps in balancing your hormones. Woba oli kwebuuza acupuncture ekola ki oba ejjanjaba etya infertility, then ekisookebwako kiri nti acupuncture egenda kuba eyambako okulaba nga eyambako ku majigo ng'omukyala ne gaba nga gabeera of good quality, ate n'ekirala eyambako n'enkwaso ez'omusajja ne ziba nga ziri very okay, ziri viable, zisobola okuba nga zifertilizinga eggi, and then lastly acupuncture eyambako okubalansinga hormones. How does acupuncture help in the balance of hormones? We are answering this question. Remember, if you have not subscribed yet, subscribe so that you do not miss new videos we release every day. On this channel, Gerard Massa, the health educator, we do talk about fertility. We create awareness about fertility, reproductive health, and ultrasound. Acupuncture helps in actually bringing about a balance of your hormones by doing the following thing. Acupuncture brings down the stress hormone. Acupuncture helps in the release of the two hormones, that is FSH and LH. These hormones are produced by your anterior pituitary gland. This is a small part in your brain, and stimulation of the anterior pituitary gland to produce FSH and LH hormones is actually done in the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus releases a hormone known as the gonadotropin releasing hormone or gonadotrophin releasing hormone, GnRLH, and then when this hormone has been released, it is going to tell your anterior pituitary gland to release FSH. Now, when FSH hormone and LH hormone, that is follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormones, have been released by the anterior pituitary gland, they are going to travel through your bloodstream and then they will go up to your gonads or your ovaries. When they reach your ovaries, FSH will act on your eggs and then it will bring about the release of estrogen. I think you know about estrogen. Estrogen is a female hormone which is very good. It prepares your womb for implantation. It actually helps you to even get your periods. What happens is that it just drops and then you'll see your periods. It rises, you do not see your periods. Too much of estrogen, you get fibroids. We've talked about fibroids in one of our previous videos. So if you missed it, please go back to our videos after watching this video and then you learn about fibroids. But today we are talking about acupuncture. We've said that when FSH has been released and it has acted on your eggs, estrogen is going to be produced. Excuse me. Okay then, thank you. Sorry for the small interruption. We are still talking about acupuncture and then how it can bring about treatment of infertility. Acupuncture, how it can help you get pregnant faster. We've said that the two hormones, which actually acupuncture brings about the release of the two hormones, and we had talked about the FSH and LH, and we had said that when FSH and LH reach your gonads or your ovaries, it helps in the following way. FSH acts on the eggs, bringing about estrogen. LH, also known as the luteinizing hormone, still also acts on your eggs, and then it brings about the release of progesterone. Now, we know very well that progesterone is a pregnancy hormone. Without progesterone, you are most likely going to end up with miscarriages. And if you do not check for your progesterone levels, then you are most likely ending up with what we call repeated miscarriages. So progesterone is a pregnancy-friendly hormone, and without it, there's no pregnancy. So it is very important when you have been having a history of repeated miscarriages to have your progesterone checked. Still, this can be done by your doctor or your specialist. Remember, our videos are for education purposes only. They help you, they create awareness about what is happening so that when you know what is happening, you'll get the solution. We are talking about acupuncture. Tubadde tuli kwogera ku acupuncture, tugambye nti enzijanjaba eno yatandika mu nsi ey'e China, naye ate enzijanjaba eno nnungi nnyo kuba eyambako ennyo kwabo ababa balemeddwa okufuna olubuto nga bakozesezza eddagala lino ery'ekizungu, ate ne babanga kwegamba bamize chlomid, bamize letrazo, bamize buli kimu kyonna kyonna naye nga tebali kufuna lubuto. Acupuncture eyambako kuba estimulatinga egi okuba nga liba of good quality egiri omukyala, eyambako n'enkwaso z'omusajja ne ziba nga zimala, and then of course eyambako n'okuba nga ebalansinga hormones zo. Tubadde tuli kwogera ku hormones ne tugamba nti hormone esooka gye bayita FSH ne hormone ey'okubiri gye bayita LH ziva mu bwongo akatundu ke bayita anterior pituitary gland, then hormones zino ziba zivuddeyo zigenda ne zi actinga ku majigo nobanga osobola okufuna olubuto amangu. Hormones ziba tezibalansinga ebyolubuto oba ogenda kubyerabira. So buli lwowulira nga dokita wakugamba nti hormones tezibalansinga, olina hormonal imbalance, then kimanye nti hormones dokita wo zaba ayogerako ziri nnya, wadde waliwo nnyingi nnyo naye nga specifically ziri nnya. Esooka bagiyita FSH, eyokubiri bagiyita LH, eyokusatu bagiyita estrogen, and then eyokuna bagiyita progesterone. Acupuncture also is very important because it actually brings about the balance of your thyroid gland, because many times you may try to get pregnant, but when you have either an overactive thyroid gland or an underactive thyroid gland, an overactive thyroid gland may put you into a condition known as thyrotoxicosis. Now, this is a condition which is not really, actually it's not really a good condition, but still it can be managed. You can do the laboratory tests for your thyroid gland. Specifically, your doctor will request to check for a hormone known as T3, check for T4, and then also check for the thyroid stimulating hormone. So the 3 key tests to check whether your thyroid gland is working well are TSH, that is the thyroid stimulating hormone test, and then T3, and then T4. Acupuncture can help you to balance these hormones, and when the thyroid gland is in balance, when your fertility hormones, that is FSH and LH, are being released, they've been boosted, and then also if at all your diet is in plan, then you are most likely going to get pregnant. Acupuncture increases your chances of getting pregnant in such a way that if you decide to go naturally, if you decide to not get any treatment, and then another person or a certain percentage of couples decide to go for acupuncture, their chances will be increased by 46%, because a study was done and women did not, there's a group which did not get acupuncture, and then there was a group which got acupuncture. 25% of the couples who did not get acupuncture got pregnant, whereas those who got acupuncture, they were boosted. Remember, acupuncture boosts your egg, it boosts the sperm, it also balances your hormones, and it also keeps your thyroid in balance. 46% got pregnant. Acupuncture ekuyambako ennyo okubanga ofuna olubuto amangu in such a way that oba osazeewo okubanga ogikozesa ate amajigo gagenda kuba boosted, ate n'ekirala ne hormones zigenda kuba boosted, and then n'ekirala enkwaso z'omusajja zigenda kuba ziri boosted. Remember, infertility is both in men and in women. Women account for at least around 70%, whereas 30% of infertility is due to the male. Let me answer all your questions. If you have any questions, I welcome you to our channel, Gerard Massa, the Health Educator. On this channel, we do talk about fertility. We create awareness about reproductive health. We create awareness about fertility. And also, we explain things for you in relation to pregnancy so that you can understand what has been preventing you from getting pregnant. Talk to me today on my website, Gerard Massa, the Health Educator. Have a private consultation with me. I'm waiting for you right now on my website, Gerard Massa, the Health Educator. Just go there, click the button below to that is telling you to start now, and then you'll be able to talk with me. I will allocate more time for you because there are many clients we are working on, but when you do book for your appointment, I will allocate more time for you, answer all your questions, and give you my best recommendations on how you can get pregnant faster. You can also advertise with us. If you have a business, you deal with fertility, you have a hospital, you'd like to have targeted clients come to your unit, advertise with us. You can join me. You can actually talk to me on my WhatsApp on how best we can come to an understanding so that you can advertise your health facility on my channel. On this channel, we do create awareness about fertility and reproductive health. Osobola okulanga naffe oba olina business yo ng'ekwatagana n'ebyekikyala oba nga ekwatagana n'ebintu ebya reproduction fertility, osobola okulanga naffe ne tuba nga ate tukufunira ba clients abali qualified okuba nga bafuna obujjanjabi. Have yourself a fantastic and healthy day, and may God bless us all. See you in my next video, and by God's grace, I know you can get pregnant. because many couples are pregnant after getting our information, trusting in God. Things can also work for you. See you in my next video, and have yourself a fantastic and healthy day. Bye-bye. Hello my friend, I welcome you for today's video lesson. We are talking about a paratubal or a para-ovarian cystic mass. You have done the ultrasound scan and the results are showing that you have what we call a tubal ovarian cystic mass. What is a tubal ovarian cystic mass? Your doctor has told you that you have a mass, you have a cyst between your ovaries and between your fallopian tubes. In this video, we are going to discuss all this. We shall also give you some pregnancy tips and how you can get pregnant faster. Naturally. Gerard Massa, the health educator, is the name of the channel. I welcome you, my friend, and if it's your first time, remember to subscribe so that you do not miss videos we release every day about fertility and reproductive health. On this channel, we create awareness about fertility and reproductive health. We are talking about a tubal ovarian cystic mass. What is a tubal ovarian cystic mass? When we look at the name, tubal ovarian cystic mass, tubal means your fallopian tubes, and then ovarian specifically comes from the word your ovary. So a tubal ovarian cystic mass is a mass which is between your ovaries and your tubes. But specifically, there are three major types of masses or swellings which are found in the reproductive system of women. The first is what we call a myoma, which is a mass filled with muscular tissue. Myo means muscle. And then we have also masses known as fibroids. And fibroids are specifically swellings or masses which are filled with fibrous tissue, and that's why we get the word fibroid from the word fibrous. But in this video today, we are talking about a tubal ovarian cystic mass. How does it appear? How does your doctor know that this is a tubal ovarian cystic mass? When we take a closer look at your ovaries, as you can see in this picture here, the ovary is specifically that organ which is responsible for producing the eggs or releasing your eggs on every 14th day of the month during a process known as ovulation. So what if you have your ovaries? They are normal, they are having the follicles or they are releasing the eggs. You are seeing your periods every month. But at the end of it all of a sudden, you begin feeling sharp pain in your side, either on the left side or on the right side. Then it is high time, my friend, you go to hospital and have some checkups done. The checkups we are talking about include a pelvic ultrasound scan. Mu video eno leero tuli kwogera ku ebizimba, tuli kwogera ku bizimba bye bayita tubal ovarian cystic mass. This video is going to be in Luganda and in English. So we tuba twogera ku bizimba ebitawanya abakyala, ojja kulaba nti ebizimba bino bya mirundi esatu. Waliwo ekizimba ekisooka kye bayita fibroid, ekizimba ekyokubiri kye kino kye bayita myoma, then ekizimba ekyokusatu kye kino kye bayita cyst. We are talking about these three types of, we are talking about the cysts, and we are saying that the tubal ovarian cystic mass specifically can be identified on ultrasound scan, and we have said that when you take a closer look at how a cyst appears, normally it has a thin wall, and then it is also filled with free fluid, or it is filled with fluid, and it is actually, when you look at it on ultrasound, when you take a closer look at the ultrasound image, it's normally very black. Tuli kwogera ku bizimba era tuligamba nti ekizimba kye bayita cyst oba tubal ovarian cystic mass, ekizimba ekyo kisangibwa between oba kisangibwa mu makati ga ejjiryo lye bayita ovary n'enseke ze bayita fallopian tubes. Era tugambye nti kino ekizimba oba ng'okyetegereza ku kafaananyi ako akabeera ku kifaananyi kya ultrasound oba ku bbaluwa yo eya scan oba ka TV, oba otunudde kafaananyi ako akabeerako, ojja kulaba nti ekizimba ekyo kiba kya black, kibeeramu kwegamba kiba kya round naye ate kibeeramu ebintu ebya black. Ebintu ebya black ebyo ge mazzi oba ge tuyita free fluid. Let me know if you have any questions down below in the comments below this video. I will answer all your questions. Gerard Massa, the health educator, is the name of the channel, and we are talking about the tubal ovarian cystic masses. How can you manage these tubal ovarian cystic masses? Ojjanjaba otya ebizimba bino katugeze oba ozuuliddwa nti olina ekizimba kye bayita cyst. The treatment of tubal ovarian cystic masses specifically begins with doing some tests, doing some investigations. Okujjanjaba okw'ebizimba kirungi nnyo n'oba nga at least doctor wo asooka n'akola ku tests okuzuula ebizimba bino byajja bitya. Most of these tubal ovarian cystic masses, or most of these cystic masses which attack the ovaries or which grow in the ovaries specifically, they tend to resolve by themselves. They can disintegrate. Those which can disintegrate or disappear on their own, even without treatment, are known as the corpus luteal cysts. Ebizimba bino byo byennyini bisobola okuba nga bibula ate n'oba tofunye bujjanjabi. Katugeze bino ebizimba bye bayita bi corpus luteal cysts bisobola okuba nga byo byennyini bibula. So oba nga obadde okebeddwa ne ebbaluwa yo n'eraga nti olina ekizimba kye bayita the corpus luteum cyst oba corpus luteal cyst, then oba tolina kweraliikirira ebiba bigenda kuba bibula. N'oba olina olubuto era olubuto lusobola okukula obulungi naye ng'ate akazimba ako ne kaba nga kasaanuuka ne kaba nga kasaanaawo kwokka. What if you have the tubal ovarian cystic mass and it does not disappear on its own, it does not disintegrate? Then you need to do some more tests for, you need to do a laboratory test for your hormones. You need to look at how your follicle stimulating hormone is, how your estrogen levels are, and then also you need to do what we call the AMH test or the anti-Mullerian hormone levels. We've talked about the anti-Mullerian hormone levels. If you missed that video, after this video, please kindly check in our video library. There's a video on the anti-Mullerian hormone. Tugambye nti obanga ozuuliddwa nti obadde olina kino ekizimba naye ate ne kiba nga tekisobodde kubanga kibula kyokka, then olina okumakinga sure nti okola test eya hormones oba kye bayita the anti-Mullerian hormone level test and the follicle stimulating hormone test oba FSH test. Test zino eza hormone ziba zituyambako okulaba kyandibanga ebizimba bino biri kujja olw'okubanga hormones zo zibadde tezibalansinga. Remember, for these cysts to grow, you actually have to realize the fact that these cysts actually can grow from some specific areas, for example, where the Mullerian ducts are, oba ebitundu ebivaamu oluseke lwe bayita the Mullerian ducts. So when you do the AMH level test or when you check your anti-Mullerian hormonal levels and you discover that it is actually higher than 4, because the normal is supposed to be 1 up to 4. If your results of the anti-Mullerian hormone levels come out and they are higher than 4, then it means you are at high risk of developing a condition known as polycystic ovarian disease. It could be that you are having a single tubal ovarian cystic mass, but when your AMH levels are high, then there are high chances that you could develop that. And specifically, there are medications which will be prescribed to you by your doctor to stabilize your hormones. obanga obadde ozuuliddwa nti obadde olina results zino ate nga ziraze nti hormone zo tezibalansinga oba okoze test ya AMH results nezifuluma ne doctor wo nakugamba nti results za AMH ziri waggulu nnyo, then eddagala weeri erisobola okuba nga likuweebwa ate n'obanga hormone zo zistabilizinga bino ebizimba ne biba nga bisaanuuka oba nga bisaanawo byokka. Tubal ovarian masses or tubal ovarian cystic masses normally can resolve with medication, but if at all they do not resolve and they are higher, they are actually around 100 millimeters and above, or they are so big in size, then your doctor or your specialist can opt for surgery, where they will be removed in theatre. Ebizimba bino bibanga bibadde byeyongedde okubanga binene nnyo ate biri kuleetera obulumi nga bungi nnyo, then doctor wo asobola okusalawo n'abanga akutwala mu theatre ne babanga bakuoperatinga ne babijjamu ebizimba ebyo. Kitwale nti g'amazima gennyini osobola okuba nga otereera, naye the most important thing olina okumakinga sure nti okola test oba olina okuba nga okola scan. I thank you, my friend, for attending today's video lesson. I hope you've picked something about tubal ovarian cystic masses. We have said that these tubal ovarian cystic masses normally are those masses which are filled with fluid, but still they grow between your ovaries and your tubes. They could actually even be localized next to your ovary. The most important way to note these ovaries, to note these cysts is by doing a pelvic ultrasound scan, which will confirm presence of these masses, and then also measurement will be taken. Tests on your hormones, for example, the test for FSH and AMH can be taken. If the levels show that you are having high FSH levels, then there are specific drugs which may be given. Your doctor or your specialist will be the one to decide. Do not self-medicate. This video is basically for information purposes to make you aware of how your system is. We create awareness about fertility and reproductive health. But my friend, one thing you have to note is that you can get treatment and you can get better even if you have been told that you have the tubal ovarian cystic masses. You can be treated. There are specific drugs, for example, the gonadotropins, which will be prescribed to you by your doctor. And yes, when you take these according to your doctor's instruction, you can actually get rid of these cysts, and then also you can get pregnant. Remember, these cysts do not prevent you from getting pregnant. The only issue is that please have yourself checked before you go ahead and get pregnant. Just have a routine pelvic ultrasound scan. You'll be able to see how your system is before you conceive. I welcome you to our channel. Remember to subscribe for new videos we release every day. Nkusanyuse nnyo mukwano gwange okuwuliza ku channel yaffe, era ndowooza olina ky'oyizeemu mu video yaffe ya leero. Tubadde twogera ku bizimba bye bayita para ovarian cystic masses oba tubal ovarian cystic masses. Tugambye nti ebizimba bino bitera nnyo okujja byokka nga obadde olina issues oba hormones tezibalansinga, era ne tugamba nti obanga ozuuliddwa nti obadde olina obuzibu buno osobola okufuna treatment n'oba bulungi nnyo. Bwe nga binene nnyo basobola okutwala mu theatre ne bakuoperatinga n'oba nga osobola okufuna olubuto. Subscribinga obeere ng'olaba video zaffe buli kanaku. Omukama tukuume. Bye bye. May God bless us all. Have yourself a fantastic and healthy day. Bye bye.